Hello everybody and welcome back to Zenith, and this has been a video in the making, a long time coming. I have put a lot of thought into making this video because yes, okay, I did announce that I was going to play all the tanks. However, since pre-patch has come out and since playing the beta and since thinking about it, I want to, going into the War Within, I've played a lot of expansions and I've played a lot of tanking and I've played a lot of DPS, but never have I actually sat down and focused on a specific class for an entire expansion and also documented doing so. So that is what my plan is to do. So going into the War Within, we are going to be taking 3 hunters with us. We're going to be taking Zenith Hunter, which will be our main, which is a survival hunter. Then we're going to be taking Huntress, which is obviously a marksmanship hunter, and we're going to be taking BM hunters. Now the names are probably going to change as we start getting into the War Within, but just for the purposes of leveling, I just slapped a name on them and off we trotted. Now there is a few reasons why I'm going to do this. First of all, I'm doing this because personally I'm one of those types of people that I have a little bit of OCD, I think, because if I play like marksmanship hunter and then I start trying to change it into survival and then try to change it into marksmanship or vice versa or BM, I start losing track of where I am with the other specs. I don't know why, it's just the way I've always been. So I'm going to play 3 hunters, and that's going to help in terms of content for you guys because it's going to make me be allowed to make 3 series. One for Zenith Hunter, one for the marksmanship, and one for the BM. And I'm going to document my journey through the War Within and everything that comes along with it, from leveling to gearing to getting into Mythic Plus keys, getting into hopefully a guild eventually to start raiding with them and seeing how far we can push with them, and just kind of documenting my entire journey. Now in terms of my game plan, starting off with the War Within, because the survivor is going to be the main, we're going to level that one first. We're going to go through the entire storyline, unlock the adventure mode so that the other alts can choose the zones that they want to go to, and then once that happens, we're going to do marksmanship second, and then we're going to do BM last. The reason why I'm doing BM last is most people, when they start playing the game, they pick up BM Hunter straight away. You've got pets, they can tank for you, and that is kind of like your go-to character. However, I personally found it hard to search online for somebody that mains Hunter that continuously just plays Hunter. Like, you've got people like Gingy that used to main Hunter and only Hunter, like he was true to the Hunter gang, but then obviously because he's a world first raider, he does have to manipulate that slightly where necessary, so he has now dabbled into the mage. That's not to say Gingy is washed, by the way, before anybody starts saying anything. That is not true. I personally just want to show it from a more casual perspective. Obviously, I'm not a hardcore raider. I'm not a world first Mythic Plus player. However, it would be pretty cool to document this journey and take you guys along with it. Now, one of the main reasons why I'm doing this as well is because I want to give this view from a DPS point perspective. DPS is obviously the highest played spec, but in my opinion, it's probably one of the hardest to master because you have to mid-max all the time. You have to make sure that you're doing the relevant DPS at the relevant location. Like tank, most of the time you have like a set petition that you're going to go to. Healer, the same way. You can mid-max in terms of damage and sometimes in terms of trinkets and things, making those decisions, like little micro decisions. However, DPS, I feel like there's a lot more scope in terms of mid-maxing, and I want to take you through the casual player, and hopefully we make it big and we actually start managing to push some decent level keys, not just pushing for Keystone Master, but also going for the portals of every dungeon. So that's plus 10, I believe, unless that's changing in the War Within, and then pushing beyond that as well, and showing that perspective from all 3 specs and not just focusing. Obviously one spec is going to be the strongest, whichever that may be. That's going to be the one that we'll be able to push slightly higher, but I want to give that perspective from a class that isn't going to be meta because of the fact that Hunter does get quite squishy when it goes into super high keys. not from a perspective of somebody that has played Hunter for donkey's years, knows everything about Hunter. I don't. I know like the baseline of the class, and I've done a lot of research into the talent trees and how it all works and how it all functions. And obviously I've leveled the character, I've played some keys on all of them, and I have like a general knowledge of it, but I don't have an advanced set knowledge. There's going to be points where you guys are going to point things out to me and I'm going to look like an idiot. I want that to happen. I want you guys to pick holes, ask questions, and learn together, rather than me just teaching you guys or being an ego hunter, which is never going to happen. But yeah, I hope you guys are as pumped as I am and enjoy the ride. It's going to be a wild one. I'm super pumped for the War Within. We are going to start streaming as of launch day, so that's the 22nd of August, and we're going to level the Survivor Hunter, and that'll be the very first stream that we do. So I hope to see some of you guys there. But until then, I'm going to leave you with this. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of pre-patch. Hope you guys are all prepped and ready for the War Within launch, and I will see you all in the War Within very soon.